He organized an assault on the home of Zerelda Samuel, Jesse James's mother. The attack, which employed incendiaries among other means, caused the death of Jesse's 8-year-old half-brother, Archie James. The resulting explosion also cost Zerelda an arm. Such a shameful attack on the mother and little brother turned public opinion against the agency and won the James gang's new sympathizers. Alan Pinkerton explained afterward that he never planned to set the James house on fire. That in fact turned out to be a complete lie, as a later recovered letter written in his own hand read, "Burn the house down." That bastard. I am currently stuck. Damn, look at all this shit. Holy crap. Grab the explosives. Wonder if this is close enough. Nope, that did nothing. Got him. Nice. Finished him off. I love the ability to split the dynamite into 3 separate pieces. Very useful. I wonder if I can flip this thing around. No, I can't. There are people shooting at me from every direction. There are so fucking many of them. Got one. I love that ability. Got him.
I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself. Now you're dead. Kill that missing!
Break it down. Gotcha. Armored shotgun? Who the fuck cares?
Sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
I'm a headshot master.
Come out, you yellow bastard!
Shit. I don't think I got him. No, he fucking hid.
It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train.
I couldn't move. For some reason, I couldn't fucking move. Lol. just gonna hide behind here.
I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
Oh shit. There he is.
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah. Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you.
Got him.
Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
Nice. Hey, Stylish. Managed to kick his ass. Let's continue. Without forgiveness.
After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch, Jim. I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were going to ground.
What mountains would that be?
Somewhere in the Ozarks, I believe. The perfect place to hide out from the authorities.
We're back in peaceful mountains again.
In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the res and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
Indians?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then.
Nice. Peaceful mountainside walk, disturbed by tons and tons of Injuns. Ain't that always the case? Oh, get fucked. He just flew right up towards my face. I don't know how the first shot missed. I love how, you know, a whack of your gun can kill them. That's a lot of them running. Trying to ambush me in the trees.
Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul.
Looks like there's a little encampment here.
Now, where was I? Indians, right. I had more than my share of run-ins with the Red Man. Like that time... Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I can still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, we're back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul.
Damn it!
You will come to this place again and kill many more men. darkness will grow until it consumes everything you are.
Nice.
So, did you ever find him? Who? The man you are after.
Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think about death?
Mr. Greaves, are you all right?
Ooh, death. Ooh, death.
Indeed. American Civil War. The American Civil War, also known as the War Between the States, was a fratricidal conflict fought between 1861 and 1865. On one side was the United States of America, also known as the Union or the North. On the other side, several slave states seceded from the Union, forming the Confederate States of America or the South. The North prevailed thanks to its industrial power and its advantage in numbers. The Civil War was among the world's first truly modern wars, utilizing railroads, telegraph lines, steamboats, devastating artillery, and mass-produced repeating weapons. Of all the wars America participated in, the Civil War reaped the bloodiest harvest, costing the lives of 620,000 men. Its conclusion was also the beginning of the golden age of the Wild West. Western expansion increased as railroads brought settlers west at an accelerated pace. The Native Americans were finally pushed from their lands and shunted off to reservations as the cattle business and mining operations boomed. Many of the veterans of the war, damaged by the carnage they saw and participated in, moved west for new opportunities. Quite a few fell into a life of crime. Many rebel soldiers, bitter over the defeat of the Confederacy, continued to fight the war long after General Lee surrendered at Appomattox. They robbed banks and trains owned by Northerners, and the James Younger Gang being the most famous example, creating legends which have endured to this day. Well now.
Won't you spare me over till another year? What is this that I can't see? With ice cold hands taking hold of me. Well, I am death, none can excel. I'll open the door to heaven or hell. Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year?
What a nice view, huh? Uh-huh. I see ya. This is gonna be difficult to get, because he won't stay on the fucking branch. That is actually a tough secret. Robert Ford. Robert Newton Ford, known as the man who shot Jesse James, or as the dirty little coward, is the closest thing to a Judas of the Wild West. This man, who Jesse considered a friend, who let him live under his roof, shot Jesse in the back, hoping to collect the bounty on the famous outlaw. Robert Ford, in turn, also died from a surprise shot by one Edward O'Kelly, whose only motivation was to become the man who shot the man who killed Jesse James. He succeeded. Robert Ford's was also immortalized in a way by Jesse James's mother, who ordered the following to be engraved on her son's gravestone: "In loving memory of my beloved son, murdered by a traitor and coward, whose name is not worthy to appear here." Such fame isn't worth much, putting Ford in the disreputable company of other murdering cowards like Jack McCall and John Selman Jr. Cool. I want to test something. Okay, good. I want...
If someone would pray, could you wait to call me another day? No wealth, no land, no silver, no gold. Nothing satisfies me but your soul. Oh, death. Oh, death, won't you spare me over till another year?
So are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed was indeed that son-bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing.
Frank James. Looks like a sniper type. Get to the hilltop.
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close.
Yep, definitely snipers. This is actually useful. I want to get that. Returning favors. This is going to be tough. Gotta dodge all the sniper bastards. Run!
I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well.
Oh shit! Wow, that was close. My god, it's just like 2 hits and you're GG.
He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me.
Nice. Cole Younger. Thomas Coleman Younger was the oldest of the Youngers and, next to the James brothers, a key figure in the James Younger gang. As a soldier and a Confederate partisan during the Civil War, he rode with Quantrill's raiders and took part in the infamous massacre of 200 men and boys in Lawrence, Kansas. After the war, he targeted banks belonging to former Union officers and Republican politicians. In 1876, after a botched robbery in Northfield, Minnesota, the Younger brothers were captured. Cole remained in prison until 1901. He died in 1916, 4 years after converting to Christianity. Until the last days of his life, he considered himself more of a Confederate soldier than a criminal. He admitted that his only real crime was the unfortunate gunfight in Northfield, Minnesota, which cost him 24 years of his life in prison. Ooh, so close.
Hell, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
I think you were just looking for justice, sir.
Is that what I was looking for, Dwight? Is that what it was? Justice?
Dwight is hardcore fanboying. Oh shit. What the hell actually happened?
Isn't that why you were hunting the James gang?
The James gang. Right. I finally found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was determined to have me dead.
Run. Aw, fuck off. God, I hate QTEs so much. Oh my god, this game is full of so many QTEs, it makes my brain bleed.
It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite. On your person.
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
And that son of a bitch! Take him out! Just one man! This is gonna hurt! Put him down! I want that bastard dead!
Got him. Did I get that? No, his house is still holding. No, there it goes.
That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life! Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will! At this point, I just don't give a shit!
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him! I never did like that bastard! I am done here!
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
Lol. Yo, what's up? How you doing? You look like Wolverine. Doesn't he look like Wolverine? With damn mutton chops. Frank James. Alexander Franklin James is remembered primarily as Jesse James's older brother, a guerrilla fighter during the Civil War and a co-leader of the James Younger Gang. During the war, he joined the ranks of Quattrill's Rangers and allegedly participated in the infamous massacre of 200 men and boys in Lawrence, Kansas. He continued his war against the Union by robbing banks and trains. 5 months after his brother's murder, Frank James surrendered to the governor of Missouri, saying, "I have been hunted for 21 years, have literally lived in the saddle, have never known a day of perfect peace. It was one long, anxious, inexorable, eternal vigil." He then ended his statement by saying, "Governor, I haven't let another man touch my guns since 1861. To everyone's surprise, he was never sentenced for his crimes. He died at the respectable age of 72 in 1915. after trying his hand at many different jobs, including offering guided tours of the James family farm for 25 cents a pop. Yeah, exactly, Chivo. You got really close.
So, what happened with Reed?
Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts. I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again.
Got him. I see one right there.
But rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that sumbitch out. Hey, Reed! I shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me.
Son of a bitch!
Lol. Got under his skin.
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone
Defeat Jim Reed and his gang. Oh shit. Take all of those. Read it quickly. Wild West shows. When we think of the Wild West, we imagine cowboys driving enormous herds of cattle, saloons with dancing girls, gunfights at high noon, stagecoach robberies, and handsome heroes coming to the rescue. Every bit of it is sensational, romanticized claptrap. So where did our idea of the American frontier of the 19th century come from? William Frederick Cody, or Buffalo Bill, his nickname earned by slaughtering over 4,000 bison in the course of 18 months to feed railroad workers, sold this picture of the Old West to an Eastern audience, both American and European, with Buffalo Bill's Wild West, a live show combining elements of the circus and the theater. To the audience's delight, Cody recreated various historical events, showcased famous and authentic celebrities. Wild Bill Hickok, Annie Oakley, and Sitting Bull, among others, starred in his shows, presented iconic situations associated with life on the frontier, employed sharpshooters, riders, and real Native American Indians. It was a perfect idealized version of the Wild West set to rousing music. Cody had numerous imitators, and attending the so-called Wild West shows became very popular pastime east of the Mississippi. Even outlaw celebrities like Cole Younger or Frank James had their own traveling shows. To this day, American rodeos are not too far removed from those early displays of Wild West daring do. Very cool.
Don't let him through!
There are so fucking many of them. Got him. There are so fucking many, including, what is that, a shotgunner? I can't be too sure.